What's up, fans? Sydney Colson here. Super excited to be in Indy. Cannot wait to see y'all in Cambridge.
Critics, including Cheryl Swoops, have long asserted that no one desires to play for the Indiana Fever. However, that narrative was shattered this week when two-time WNBA champion Sydney Colson arrived in Indiana, delivering a compelling message that defied those assumptions.
I'm super excited about it. I'm going from a team that was in the media, like people are excited to watch us, into another team that is arguably the most talked about team in sports right now, especially in women's sports. So this fan base, it's exciting to be a part of a team that has a lot of positive energy around it.
From the moment she proudly held up her new Fever jersey to her vibrant presence at the Pacers game, Colson's debut with the team made a bold statement to those who doubted the franchise. However, it was her words at the press conference that delivered perhaps the strongest endorsement of Clark from a veteran player yet.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna put on some other clothes. Oh, dope. I thought I saw a reflection when I was coming across the street. I'm like, wait a minute.
Hello.
What up, baby? How are you? Long time no see. It's been a month.
Remember when Cheryl Swoops claimed no one wanted to play for the Fever? Sydney Colson just proved otherwise, and her first day in Indiana told a completely different story. From the moment she stepped into the Fever facility, the atmosphere shifted. A now viral team video captured the moment teammates and staff rushed to greet her with genuine excitement and open arms. This wasn't a scripted PR move. The pure joy on their faces made it clear that Sydney's arrival was not just welcomed but celebrated.
Hey! Hi! Hi!
I know. How are you?
Hi!
Lexi, what's up, baby?
Oh, it's good to see you!
You too. How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's up, baby?
How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you. What up, babe?
Let you in here.
Man, how are you? Good to see you.
What up, too?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
I heard bad things about you from AJ.
Horrible. You know.
Oh, geez, right there. Oh, geez.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm Susie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Already met. Okay, well,
What makes this moment even more powerful is the stark contrast between Colson's warm welcome and the sharp criticism from Swoops and other skeptics who claim veteran players would steer clear of teaming up with Caitlin Clark. The footage tells a completely different story, one of unity, excitement, and a team eager for the future.
Jersey. Aww. Dope. Yes. It's so weird to see you with new colors. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's this?
Definitely they sent you a fever. No, I wish you had one.
You should have seen the look on Sydney's face when she first laid eyes on her new Fever jersey. Pride and excitement radiated from her as she held it up, grinning from ear to ear, visibly moved by the moment. This wasn't just about donning another uniform. It marked the start of a new chapter, a fresh opportunity, and a chance to be part of something special unfolding in Indiana. Her interactions with the Fever staff spoke just as loudly. General Manager Amber Cox summed it up perfectly. I think she's going to bring a lot of joy to our lives this season.
Somebody we targeted really, really early to come in and play that backup point guard role. We have ultimate faith and trust in her in any situation that we put her in. She's going to be able to lead our team. And obviously, great personality as well, brings a lot of fun and levity to the locker room. Again, that experience, knows when we need which side, right? Like the serious, the tough veteran leadership versus the, fun, playful Sid. So I think she's going to bring a lot of joy to all of our lives this season.
The instant chemistry Sydney displayed with everyone she met speaks volumes about the culture taking shape within the organization, one that directly counters the negative narratives pushed by certain former players. What's especially striking is how quickly her arrival video gained traction on social media. According to the Fever's metrics, the post skyrocketed, amassing thousands of likes and retweets within hours. Fans weren't just welcoming a new signing, they were rallying around Sydney's genuine enthusiasm for joining the team. That kind of authentic connection can't be manufactured, and it's exactly why the critics' claims feel more out of touch than ever.
When we set out in free agency, it was to bring in veteran leadership, and we've done that. Players who have had deep playoff runs, we've done that. You look at a player like Sydney Colson, coming off what she's been able to do in Vegas, dating back to her, championship in Texas A&M. She's a winner, knows how to win, knows how to play a role. So she was somebody we targeted really early, but, just looking down the line in free agency, just really excited. When the plan comes together, you feel really good about it. Again, it looks great on paper. We got to get everybody on the court, but overall, really excited about the roster.
But Sydney didn't just show up for the cameras. Her first workout with the team proved exactly why the Fever had their sights set on her from the start. She brought a late focus, top-tier skills, and an infectious energy that immediately justified the decision to bring her in. This wasn't a player hesitantly joining a team. This was someone eager to get to work and make a difference from day one.
A lot of things. It was Amber and Kelly, Stephanie, Kelsey I played with at Athletes Unlimited for several years. Love Caitlin's game, love Aaliyah's game. It made sense. I made this decision mentally before DB and Natasha were even a part of the mix. And so all the new additions, Breezy, Sophie, it's going to be a fun season. And
what makes Sydney's arrival even more significant is the timing. Here's what many people overlook. She committed to the Fever before other stars like Natasha Howard and Dewana Bonner signed. This wasn't about following the crowd or jumping on a bandwagon. She chose Indiana because she genuinely wanted to be there, regardless of who else might join. The critics who insisted veterans would steer clear of Indiana now have some serious explaining to do. Not only did Sydney actively choose the Fever, but her undeniable excitement about the opportunity completely dismantles the negative narrative surrounding Clark and the franchise.
All right, switching gears now, we are looking forward to a new season for the Indiana Fever, now less than 2 months away. And today we formally introduced the team, formally introduced its newest player.
Yes, so here she is. This is guard Sydney Colson. She is joining the Fever following 3 seasons with the Las Vegas Aces. That is where she helped the team win back-to-back WNBA titles in 2022 and 20.
Those critics weren't just wrong about Sydney joining Indiana. They completely misjudged what she'd say once she got there. During her first press conference with the Fever, Sydney Colson had the perfect opportunity to give a safe, diplomatic answer about Caitlin Clark. Instead, she delivered a statement that sent shockwaves through the basketball world.
What was it like to watch what Caitlin did for this franchise from afar? Different perspective.
yeah, no, it was nuts. There's no other way to say it. It was nuts. I think, you're seeing a team that's now affecting the economy in the city. You got people coming from out of town, out of state, out of the country, maybe even to see games. And so that's special.
You've been studying.
Huh?
You've been studying those studies.
Yeah, man, I try to pay attention, but no, it's been cool to see. Caitlin's a remarkable player. She's going to be good here for a long time. So I know people are excited about, her future here.
The atmosphere in the Indiana Fever press room was electric. Journalists packed in, cameras rolling, all eager to see if the veteran champion would validate the narrative that established players resent Caitlin Clark's spotlight. The tension was undeniable. For months, critics like Charles Swoops had pushed the idea that veterans would feel uneasy about the attention surrounding a rookie. This was the moment of truth.
Stephanie just talked to me about how she saw me fitting in as a piece on court for the team, and that was really important to me. Like you said, I've been in the league. This is my 14th season out of college, and I've never been considered a lot in free agency, and so for her to see my value, it meant a lot how she was, working me in to be a part of the team. And, I said, I want to play on court more in my last couple seasons in the league if I have that. So this was just the right fit.
When a reporter finally asked the question everyone had been waiting for, what did Sydney really think about Clark's impact on Indianapolis and the WNBA? The room fell silent. You could hear a pin drop. Without hesitation, with genuine authenticity and a hint of amazement in her voice, Sydney delivered 3 words that would completely dismantle the critics' narrative. Asterisk, it was nuts. Asterisk.
What do you see your role being with this team then, given the roster that you're coming into?
I think similar to other places where I've been, I'm bringing veteran leadership, knowledge, energy, swinging the defensive momentum, and just being that person that's dependable. And I'm going to always come in and do my job, and I'm going to be happy in my role and I'll thrive, whether it's 8 minutes, if it's 15 minutes, if it's 2 minutes. I'm gonna play hard and get everybody involved, and I want to win ultimately. I hear and see the things that people say, but I know the true Indiana Fever fans, the ones that love basketball, that they love the WNBA. I'm excited to be playing in front of them and just with this team.
What do you anticipate it being like to be part of all these sellouts and being the biggest show on wherever you go now?
I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be remarkable. And what I always thought about when I was on a team that wasn't getting that kind of visibility, whenever you go play the teams that are, that's when you bring your best game. Because now it's all eyes on your team too, and people, hopefully will be tuning into our games and seeing players from other teams that they like, that are exciting, because there are a lot of good players around this league. So I think what we're going to be able to do, what the Aces, the New Yorks, what we're able to do is elevate the game and get people to respect our entire league, not just a few teams. Work ethic, how to persevere, not getting too high or too low. And just playing as a team, and it can make all the world of difference to win. And we've got a very hungry team here. I've said several times, a lot of people didn't want to see Indiana after their all-star break, how they came and finished the season. Nobody wanted to see them in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see that group back, but also adding in a lot of veteran experience and a lot of winning veteran experience.
A lot of players from a lot of places coming together in sort of a new look to a roster like this. What's the secret to making this all gel ultimately when it comes time to put it together?
Well, I think that everybody asked the questions that they needed to ask in free agency, and they trusted what they heard. And so now it's just about everybody showing up and doing the role that people expect you to do. If I'm known for my defense and playmaking, I have to come in and do that. People are expecting certain things out of you. The coaches are expecting certain things. Your teammates are. So it's just being a professional, showing up and doing your job so that everything can gel together and come with a good attitude so we can make it work.
It's painfully clear, and what I've talked about in my other videos is that the league, the Fever organization are doing everything they should do to make sure their star is happy and that their star gets a ring. I didn't know they were going to load up like this though. Dewana Bonner, Sydney Colson, just re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. You already have Aaliyah Boston. You have Caitlin. You have Lex.
Actually spoke on this on Sunday, and she had this to say, quote, "I'm excited. Obviously, we made some great moves. I think Kelly and Amber and the whole Fever organization are helping us to win now. And I think that's really important. I think they're putting really good pieces together that are going to complement each other really, really well." And then she continued talking about Steph, their new head coach, and said that Steph taking over as head coach for us, I think is going to be really great. A great basketball mind, someone that actually called quite a few of my college games. So being able to build that relationship with her and just be in the gym and work on things that she probably saw when I was a freshman in college.